Japan is commonly called the land of the rising sun. Sitting on the Pacific Ring of Fire, the nation faces more natural hazards than any other country on Earth. Data show that Japan is hit by about 1,500 earthquakes of many magnitudes each year. One of the most severe was the Tohoku earthquake in 2011, considered the fourth largest in human history and the deadliest natural disaster in Japan's past. With a magnitude above 9 on the RTOR scale, it set off a tsunami up to 40 meters high and caused a critical accident at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power station, rated level 7 on the international scale. Although Japan's land area is limited, the country currently ranks 11th in the world by population, with roughly 125 million people. The Tokyo metropolitan area alone has more than 41 million residents, making it the largest capital city by population. However, Japan is facing a serious demographic issue due to rapid aging. Nearly 30% of its people are over 65 years old, while the birth rate continues to stay extremely low. A report from the Japan Pet Food Association shows that pets now outnumber children in the country. There are about 20 million dogs and cats nationwide, while the number of children under the age of 15 has declined to only about 17 million. What do you think about this situation in Japan? If you lived there, would you prefer raising pets or having children? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Taboos in Japan. Now let's look at cultural aspects. In Western countries, people often shake hands or hug when greeting each other. But in Japan, people bow to show respect. Physical contact is strongly avoided, especially when meeting for the first time. Trying to shake hands or touch someone may cause discomfort and make you appear culturally unaware. You should never place chopsticks upright into a bowl of rice. While this may seem harmless to foreigners, in Japan it is connected with funeral customs for the deceased and is considered highly inappropriate. The most serious taboo concerns tattoos. For many Japanese people, tattoos are linked to the Yakuza and underground crime groups. This belief is so strong that many places across Japan display signs that say "No tattoos allowed." Japanese women. There is a common stereotype that Japanese women are submissive. Indeed, many Japanese women are known for their fair skin, slim figures, modest clothing, and graceful behavior. They often appreciate traditional fashion and have perfected the art of appearing elegant and charming. An increasing number of Japanese women are now interested in forming relationships with foreign men. Surveys show that they highly value romance and love, something that many Japanese men tend to overlook or find difficult to express. Many Japanese wives share that their husbands often forget wedding anniversaries and consider saying "I love you" even harder than handing in a resignation letter. Are you curious about how to make a good impression on Japanese women? Type number 1 in the comments and I'll tell you all the details. The Dark Imperial History. Japan is among the few nations that were never fully colonized, but its independence came at a terrible cost to other countries. After being forced to open its ports by American warships in 1853, Japan went through the Meiji Reform and became a powerful military nation in less than 40 years. By 1905, Japan had defeated the Russian Empire, marking the first time an Asian country had beaten a European power in modern history. This event shook the global balance of power and established Japan as a major imperial force. At the height of its empire, Japan's territory extended from Korea and Taiwan to the Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam, Myanmar, and over one-third of present-day China. However, this expansion brought great suffering to the regions under its control. In Vietnam, harsh military rule and forced food collection policies led to the 1945 famine that caused about 2 million deaths. In Korea, tens of thousands of women were forced into the Japanese military's comfort women system. Since 1992, the Japanese government has officially accepted responsibility for the comfort women system and issued formal apologies. The government created the Asian Women's Fund, offering about $15,000 in compensation to each surviving victim, along with personal letters of apology from the Prime Minister. Did you enjoy this video? Tap like to show your support, hit hype if you're watching on your phone, and make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Every like and hype helps this video reach more people and keeps me motivated to bring you even better stories. An economy for adults. The adult video industry in Japan contributes up to 20% of the global market, bringing in more than $25 billion every year. Anime has also become a dominant force, making up 60% of all animated content produced worldwide. Its global fan base now exceeds 800 million people. Popular series such as Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Demon Slayer have grown into cultural icons that generate billions in revenue and strongly influence entertainment trends around the world. The culture of individuality in Japan. Japanese culture includes a concept called tate, which refers to formal manners and gestures such as polite smiles or bows that many visitors mistake for genuine friendliness. For those who have not lived in Japan long, it can be difficult to recognize these subtle social cues. People in Japan often come and go quietly, and rarely engage in long conversations with neighbors or even family members. They tend to express emotions in a reserved way and seldom use words of love or affection. And have you ever heard of a country where bathing was once considered a sin, where women could marry multiple lovers and bride kidnapping was actually a tradition? It might sound unbelievable, but it's all true. If you want to dive deeper into the shocking facts about this place, tap the link at the top of the screen or check the one in the comments below. And don't forget to come back, because next time we'll uncover unbelievable truths that exist only in Japan, ones you've probably never heard before. The vending machine culture. Japan has more than 4 million vending machines, meaning there is roughly one for every 30 people. In some remote areas, travelers may find vending machines that surprise many visitors. Some sell items like women's underwear, photo books with adult themes, and other controversial products that are discreetly packaged and sold automatically without age checks. However, data show that these unusual machines make up only a very small part of Japan's entire vending network. Most machines still serve daily needs such as drinks, snacks, and convenient goods. In recent years, the Japanese government has tightened control over machine licenses, especially around schools and tourist spots, to maintain a balance between convenience and cultural values. What do you think about this? Would you be curious enough to try one of Japan's vending machines, or would you find them a bit too strange? Leave your thoughts. I'd love to hear your reaction. The strangest services in the world. In large Japanese cities such as Tokyo and Osaka, people can hire actors to play almost any role in their lives. If someone needs a boyfriend for a family gathering, there is a service available. If they want parents to attend a wedding, they can rent them too. These companies provide professional actors to act as lovers, spouses, parents, or even full families for specific occasions. Clients can view detailed profiles that include age, looks, personality, and acting experience. A short meeting might cost a few $100s, while complex setups like fake weddings can cost tens of thousands of dollars. The unusual services continue beyond that. Japan also offers destruction therapy rooms where customers pay to break objects using hammers, bats, or fake swords. For about $50 to $100, people can legally smash televisions, printers, and household items in a safe, controlled space made to relieve stress. Even more unique are the cuddle cafes, where visitors pay for calm, non-sexual physical contact with strangers. For $50 to $100 an hour, they can hold hands, have their hair gently touched, or rest beside another person in silence. This service aims to reduce loneliness in Japan by offering safe and comforting human interaction. Other unusual services include hiring someone to sit quietly with you, paying a person to apologize on your behalf, or renting someone to cry at a funeral to make the ceremony more emotional. These services reflect the deep sense of isolation and emotional pressure many Japanese people face in their everyday lives. Love hotels. Japan has about 20,000 love hotels, forming a cultural industry worth around $40 billion each year, which is even larger than the anime sector. Guests can find rooms with creative themes, from spaceship designs with glowing panels to Hello Kitty rooms filled with pink decorations and cartoon images. Some rooms resemble prisons with fake bars and handcuffs, while others have heart-shaped bathtubs and disco lights. These hotels focus on privacy, offering touchscreen check-in systems so guests can rent rooms without any direct contact with staff. This system exists because many adults in Japan continue living with their parents into their 20s or 30s, making love hotels a practical solution rather than a luxury. A story from Kyoto shows this clearly. Kenji, a 28-year-old teacher, and Ayako, a nurse, both lived with their parents and used love hotels to maintain their relationship. In a 2023 newspaper article, Kenji shared, "We'd save up for a night in a room with a starry ceiling. It felt like our own world where we could just be us." Their experience touched many young Japanese couples facing the same situation, showing how love hotels act as private spaces for intimacy in a society where personal space is limited. These hotels reveal Japan's creativity in turning everyday needs into imaginative experiences. Hot spring healing. Japan's onsen culture includes more than 27,000 natural hot springs, with over 3,000 facilities open to the public, ranging from secluded forest pools to luxurious spa resorts. Bathing in an onsen requires following several strict customs. Visitors must bathe completely nude to promote equality among everyone. They must also wash themselves thoroughly before entering the shared baths as a sign of respect. Silence must be maintained to keep the atmosphere calm and peaceful. These rules can feel uncomfortable for many foreign guests, but they reflect the Japanese belief that harmony is more important than individual preference. The onsen experience represents the core of Japanese culture, focused on healing, discipline, and the collective well-being rather than personal convenience. Dozing off is a sign of hard work. This may completely change how you view Japanese work culture. In Japan, falling asleep at your desk is not criticized. It is often seen as proof of dedication and effort. This practice is called inemari, meaning being present while asleep. Reports from the OECD show that Japanese employees are among the hardest working in developed nations. In this demanding environment, inemari symbolizes that a person has worked to the point of exhaustion, yet still remains present and available. It's common to see workers resting their heads on desks, dozing during meetings, or briefly closing their eyes in public places without anyone judging them. For Japanese people, this behavior shows loyalty and readiness to resume work at any moment, rather than laziness or disrespect. Would you agree with this work culture? Do you think dozing off at work should be seen as dedication rather than laziness? Comment yes if you agree, or no if you don't. The most expensive ice cubes in the world. In Japan, a single glass of ice cubes can cost more than $35. These are not ordinary ice cubes but carefully made pieces created from pure spring water, sometimes collected from snow that has rested on mountain peaks for hundreds of years. Some luxury versions are infused with natural essential oils that add gentle flavors such as lavender, licorice, or mint. A typical glass costs around $10, while premium selections can exceed $35. Many visitors find this extravagant and meaningless, yet for Japanese people, these ice cubes reflect a philosophy of appreciating detail and finding peace in simplicity. It is about slowing down to notice beauty even in something as ordinary as frozen water. Professional train pushers. Japan's public transportation system is known for its precision and efficiency, but rush hour exposes its extreme side. Trains operate within minutes of each other, and clocks are timed perfectly, yet the enormous number of passengers creates heavy congestion. To handle this, Japan introduced a unique profession known as oshiya, or train pushers. Each morning, workers in tidy uniforms and white gloves stand on platforms to help push commuters into the train cars so the doors can close properly. The result is a tightly packed crowd where passengers can barely move. For foreigners, this scene can be both astonishing and unsettling, as it challenges the usual sense of personal space and comfort. Japanese people go to bars just to sit and breathe. In Japan, there are bars where customers spend hours sitting quietly without ordering drinks or talking to anyone. Unlike Western bars that emphasize conversation and socializing, these places provide a calm space for people to simply exist in silence. Foreigners are often surprised to see customers sitting motionless, staring into empty glasses or just watching lights without ordering anything. Yet bartenders never pressure them to buy something and view this as perfectly normal behavior. Some bartenders even keep specific seats open for regular visitors who come only to sit in peace. This isn't seen as rude or exploitative, instead it shows Japan's deep respect for personal space and emotional rest. In a society where work, social expectations, and family duties can be overwhelming, having a place to do nothing becomes essential. For Japanese people, silence doesn't always mean loneliness. It can be a quiet expression of self and a moment of calm free from judgment. Mysterious places that defy explanation. Japan is home to several locations that continue to puzzle both locals and scientists, adding layers of mystery to its already rich culture. One of the most famous is the Sesajoseki Rock in Tochigi Prefecture, located in an area filled with sulfur where heat escapes from the ground throughout the year. According to legend, this stone seals the spirit of a nine-tailed fox that was defeated and turned into stone long ago. For hundreds of years, people believed touching the rock would bring bad luck. But in 2022, something extraordinary occurred. The rock suddenly split into two perfect halves. There were no earthquakes, impacts, or clear reasons for the break, even though the rock had stayed intact for centuries. The crack was clean and even, with no scattered fragments, as if the stone had been cut precisely. Residents said birds and animals had mysteriously disappeared from the area days before it happened, even though weather conditions remained normal. Experts suggested rainwater or heat expansion might have caused the split, but the timing and flawless symmetry left many unconvinced. Another mysterious site is the Zuhis-in Temple in Kyoto. Known for its Zen rock garden, photographers have noticed that one stone in the garden casts shadows that seem to defy logic. Its shadow sometimes leans in directions that do not match the sun's position, even at noon when sunlight falls directly overhead. Long exposure cameras capture this strange effect more clearly than regular ones. Some believe that reflections from nearby walls create these shifting shadows. Yet photos taken from the same position with identical equipment often show different shadow angles depending on the day, leaving the mystery unresolved. Famous dishes in Japan. One of Japan's most iconic foods is sushi, celebrated worldwide for its balance of vinegared rice and the natural sweetness of raw fish. It represents not just taste but also the art and precision of Japanese cuisine. In contrast, there is shirako, a dish that surprises many Western diners. Shirako, meaning white child in Japanese, is actually the sperm sac of male fish, often cod. It is valued for its smooth texture and rich flavor. Another cornerstone of Japanese cuisine is ramen, the noodle soup enjoyed everywhere from small stalls to fine dining restaurants. Finishing this journey through flavors is takoyaki, the popular street food made of small balls filled with octopus. The smell of the grilled batter and the soft texture of the octopus make it irresistible. Takoyaki is made from wheat flour and dashi broth, mixed with octopus pieces, pickled red ginger, and green onions, then cooked into round shapes. When served, it is topped with mayonnaise, a rich savory sauce, and bonito flakes that gently wave on the hot surface, creating a feast for both the eyes and the palate. For anyone planning to live or work in Japan, understanding daily expenses is essential. To maintain a comfortable lifestyle, an individual should expect to spend between $1,000 and $1,500 USD per month. Those who live modestly might manage with about $800 USD, while those who wish to attend cultural events or travel frequently may spend over $1,800 USD each month. Each fact you've just learned shows a different side of Japan, sometimes shocking, sometimes heartwarming, but always unforgettable. These unique customs and ways of life remind us how diverse and intriguing human cultures can be. So, what about you? Which part surprised or fascinated you the most? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to read your take. And if you enjoyed this journey through Japan's hidden truths, make sure to share this video with your friends so they can discover these incredible facts too. The more we share, the more we learn together.